Breaking, shocking news from Washington, D.C. The Supreme Court has lifted a lower court order and is now allowing federal agents to conduct sweeping searches and detention based solely on a person's skin color, language, or location. In a 6-3 vote, and I assume you know who voted for what on the bench, the Supreme Court granted the Trump administration's request for an emergency injunction, lifting the lower court order that prohibited the federal agents from stopping people based solely on their appearance. This is a concerning ruling, albeit a temporary one, that goes against much of the precedent established by the court in the past. In many cases, including Brown v. Texas, Whren v. United States, and Arizona v. United States, the Supreme Court has time and again established that location, physical appearance, or language cannot alone be used to detain an individual, not without at least other objective evidence that justifies the stop, but apparently the Supreme Court in this case has ignored all that. I once again want to stress that this is only an emergency ruling. It doesn't decide on the merits of the case. The Supreme Court simply lifted the previous order that prohibited federal agents from making stops like this while the case actually plays out in lower court. But the repercussions of this temporary decision can be enormous while the case plays out, because the court didn't state what the limits of law enforcement's ability are to use physical appearance for a detention, or what the limits of that detention are while federal agents decide whether an individual is in the United States unlawfully or not. And the potential for violation of basic rights are real at a time that somebody could be detained and then moved to an African nation's jail in the middle of the night. The decision by the Supreme Court may be temporary, but it is a dangerous one because it plays with people's lives. It is a decision that might go down in history as one of the most damaging, not just for many individuals, but also for our liberty and our justice.